Hi, everyone. My name is Imani. Welcome back to another episode of Habitat Insights with Imani. This past April was Volunteer Appreciation Month, so we wanted to introduce you to two of our dedicated volunteers, Renzo and Linda Faust. They're going to go ahead and introduce themselves to you, and then we'll jump right into today's conversation. Al, take it away.
All right. Thank you, Imani. Thank you for having me on here. My name is Renzo. I'm a volunteer with Habitat for Humanity. Shortly before I retired from Pfizer in 2005, I started volunteering with Habitat. So I've been volunteering for about 18 years. I started as part of the construction team, and I did that for about 8 years in Grace Grove and other locations. And then I moved into the Restore about 10 years ago, and that's where I've been volunteering a couple of days a week. I also serve as a member of the Habitat Scholarship Committee, and our affiliate in Indian River County is one of the few habitats that has a scholarship program for homeowners and their dependent children. I also enjoyed going on three international builds, one to Romania, one to Argentina, and one to the Dominican Republic, as well as leading a team of our local affiliate volunteers to New Orleans after Katrina. And I had the privilege of having my son and daughter join us on these trips as well. So that's my introduction to Habitat, and I've had a good season with them.
Linda, if you wanted to do your introduction.
Absolutely. I'm Linda Faust. I am a retired pediatrician from California, and I'm pretty new to the Vero area as well as to Indian River Habitat. I have been volunteering at the build sites and also as a board member for about 6 months.
Great. So I have my first question for both of you, and that is simply, how did you get involved with Indian River Habitat?
I'll start. As I neared retirement, I knew I wanted to get involved with a meaningful nonprofit organization that offers great community service. And I wanted an organization that I could feel helpful and productive and not just show up and be there. I wanted to do something that I enjoyed and could be committed to over long term. And also a organization where I could spend the time that I wanted to spend there. In other words, flexible volunteer hours. I wanted to volunteer by my schedule and not a schedule that somebody gave me. And above all, I wanted to be part of an organization that had a mission of really helping people improve their quality of life, people who were less fortunate than me. So prior to retirement, I would go down to the build site on Saturday mornings and volunteer there to learn more about the organization and what it had to offer, not just the community, but offer me. I made a lot of very nice friends, both volunteers, staff, and homeowners. And I learned a lot about building houses, obviously, and not just building houses, but repairing houses. And that's really helped me a lot around my own home doing things. So with Habitat, I found, I guess I found my volunteer home.
I love that. What about you, Linda?
My husband and I were introduced to Habitat when we lived in Atlanta, and we really believed in its mission and have supported it for as long as I can remember. But actually volunteering when we were working full time and I was raising a family, it was hard to find time for. So similar to Al, I looked forward to getting more involved at the point of retirement, and I am grateful that I'm now there.
Great. And we're so thankful to have both of you. And I know, Linda, you tend to work more on the job site. And Al, I know you worked on the construction site prior, but now you're mainly in the Restore. So can both of you talk about what you like best about both of those? Linda, for you, construction, and then Al, for you, Restore.
Sure. The first thing I would say about construction is you don't need skill to go out there. They will find something for you to do and they will show you how to do it. So I certainly did not arrive with much skill, but I've gotten a lot better at painting, caulking, puttying, hammering. I can now button a house, and I didn't know what that was beforehand. And I'm also very proficient at chalk lines. So
Great.
all hands-on and all a lot of fun.
What about you, Al?
Well, actually, my job at the Restore is not nearly as physically demanding as hers. But what I like best, honestly, is the camaraderie and the friendship that I have there. That my wife and I have met a lot of friends that are long-lasting friends over the 18 years. We socialize while we're working at the Restore, and as well as outside of the Restore. And I guess another thing that I like about working at the Restore is the end product of the work. In other words, products come in, we clean them up, we get them on the floor, we price them, and we watch them walk out the door. And when they walk out the door, that means sales. And sales means new homes for Habitat homeowners. And it's good to know that 1 out of every 3 Habitat homes that are built come from the proceeds of that store. So as we're putting product out and it's moving out the door, that means more homes can be built for the homeowners, and that's something that's very rewarding to me. What we do at the Restore is I volunteer with my friends on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we work in the hardware and sporting goods department. So as things come in, as I mentioned, we clean them up and we get them on the floor and we sell them. And we really are interested in putting a good price on these products because more stuff is coming in the door every day, every hour, actually. So we want the customers to get a really good deal. We want them to feel that they have a bargain. We want them to come back and shop some more, and we want them to bring their friends. So that's something that's really helpful. And an ancillary kind of benefit is that by volunteering, I want to set example for my children and my grandchildren to know that there's something more than self. And you really need to take into consideration what you do for other people.
So you kind of touched on this in your answer, Al, but I'm curious, what about Habitat's mission might resonate with either of you, especially in your respective volunteer efforts?
Well, what I like about Habitat is the vision that they have, that the world, in this world, everyone needs a decent place to live. And I think that vision is very important. And for me, along with the combination of the motto that Habitat has, that it's not a handout, it's a hand up. And some people feel that Habitat homeowners get a free home. Well, there's no gift here. These folks work very, very hard for their Habitat home, not only putting in hours to build up their home, but helping to build other people's homes. They have to take classes on home ownership, and they have to pay their taxes, their mortgage, their insurance, their bills, just like everyone else has to pay. So this isn't a gift. These Habitat homeowners are working very hard for what they get. So I like that vision.
Great. What about you, Linda? I'm sorry, Al.
Well, let me also say, and beyond home ownership, the Indian River Habitat affiliate offers scholarships to homeowners as well as their dependent children. And the reason they do that is we want to help to break the cycle of generational poverty. And providing a home provides safety and security, but that doesn't guarantee that generational poverty will not continue. And one of the best ways to overcome that is through education, and better education means better employment opportunities. So Habitat offers not only scholarships to homeowners and their dependent children, it also provides after-school care and summer care. When I say provides, I mean it subsidizes 75% of after-school care and summer care. And many of our homeowners are single parents that need to have safety and security for their children. And we hope that the after-school care and summer care helps to provide some of that.
Definitely, especially now as we are approaching on the summer season and everyone's getting out of school here shortly.
Absolutely.
Yes. So Linda, same question. Is there anything in particular that resonates with you as relates to Habitat's mission? I know you're on the board as well, so I'm sure there's quite a bit.
I think Al actually covered some of the things that come to mind for me, but I think Habitat's mission of providing affordable housing is absolutely vital, and especially in a county like Indian River, where the cost of living is so high. As a pediatrician, housing stability or housing security, I know plays a huge role in a child's well-being, their physical, their emotional, their academic well-being. For families, as Al mentioned, homeownership, or he mentioned education, but homeownership is another piece of that puzzle to break the cycle of poverty. Also, as he mentioned, not just the motto of Habitat, but the method of Habitat with the hand up, not hand out. I think there's a lot of pride in home ownership, as well as responsibility. And these homeowners work hard for their homes. It's a wonderful program, and I'm very happy to be a part of it.
Okay, and final question. I'm interested to hear your responses to this, but what, if anything, has surprised you the most about working or volunteering with Habitat? Has there been anything in your day-to-day that's caught you off guard, or something you've learned that you use now in your life? I'm interested to hear that.
I would say it's not so much surprised as very impressed. Mm-hmm. I'm very impressed with the amazing volunteers and staff at Habitat. I mean, it's truly a caring group of people, and I've really enjoyed meeting them and working with them. I'm very impressed with the attention to detail. When they build a home, there's just so much heart in it. And if something doesn't look just right, if it's not the way they would want it in their home, they make sure that they get it just right. So I think that's wonderful.
Al?
I'm impressed and inspired by the homeowners and their families, the commitment that they have to improve their own quality of life, the commitment that they have for their education. I have an opportunity to interview scholarship applicants, and some of the kids that we interview, not just kids, but homeowners as well. I'm going to be interviewing a young lady tomorrow. She's 18 years old. She's just graduating from Vero Beach High School. She has a 3.99 GPA. She plays basketball. She runs track. She's just a pillar within her school. And she's just one example of many of these kids that live in Habitat homes that are outstanding students, and they just need an opportunity. And Habitat provides that opportunity not only in housing, but in education as well.
Absolutely. And we don't want to take up too much of your time, but do you have any sort of parting words for those that are interested in volunteering and might be nervous too? Anything that you would like to say to those that are wanting to get involved?
I would encourage anybody to seriously look at Habitat. It can offer you anything that you want in volunteering. If you want to be outside and do physical activity, like Linda is doing, you can do construction. If you would rather stay inside and do pricing of products and getting it out on the store floor, you can do that. If you want to do clerical work, I'm sure the office would be happy to have folks that would volunteer for clerical work as well. So regardless of your level of ability, if you will, maybe physical ability, there's something for everybody at Habitat. And bottom line is at the end of the day, you can feel that you've been productive and you've done something good, giving back to your community and helping people in need.
I think he covered it very well. I would say just give it a try. There are so many different opportunities. I have a feeling you'll find something you like.
Amazing. Well, thank you both for joining us today. Again, we're so appreciative of all of our volunteers. And I know April was Volunteer Appreciation Month, but we are appreciative every single day for all the work that our volunteers contribute, both on the job site and the restore at the office. If you are interested in volunteering with us, you can contact Melissa Phillips. Her contact information will be on the screen, but you can reach her at 772-562-9860. And again, her phone number and email address will be on the screen. Thank you so much, Al and Linda, for joining us today.
Thank you, Imani.
Thank you.